Downward facing dog. One more here. Fingers are spread wide and root them down, even your fingertips. Thumb presses down. Lower your knees down to the earth, tabletop. Round your spine into cat pose, exhale. And inhale, cow. Lift your tailbone, lift your heart. And move back and forth with your breath. Exhale, round your spine into cat. And inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, shoulder blades spreading apart on your back. And inhale, cow. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Breathe in and out. Breath washes through all of you. Inhale, plank, shoulders right over the wrist. Couple breaths here. Feel out your plank today. Strong legs and core. Two breaths. You can always shift within it to find more space. One more breath to find a steadier connection. Exhale, lower all the way to the earth. Tops of feet on the mat, cobra. Inhale, curl your chest up. Child's pose, sit your hips back towards your heels. Make your way to downward facing dog. Breath moves in and out. Plank, inhale. Exhale, lower to the earth. Cobra, inhale. Child's pose, exhale. Downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. Flowing movements connected to your breath. Plank as you inhale. Lower to the earth, exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Sides of your waist long. Downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Breathe in and breathe out. Look forward, bend your knees, step, walk, jump to the top of the mat. Feet hip distance apart, fold over your legs. Couple breaths there. You can let your arms hang or take hold of your elbows. Head heavy. Take care of yourself as you move and position your body on your mat. The shape you're creating, take care of yourself. You let that translate. We take it with us. Release your hands down, step your feet together. Soften your knees a little more and inhale, roll all the way up to stand mountain pose. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands together at your heart center, Samastitihi. Surya Namaskar A. Arms release down by your side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Hands can come through the heart or to the earth. Halfway up as you inhale. Exhale, hands down, step or jump back and lower. Halfway or all the way down. Good work. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Any variation. 3 breaths there, in and out. It doesn't always have to look the same. It's probably better if it doesn't, because every time we come into it, we're different. One more breath there. Inner thighs spin back. Look forward, bend your knees, breath clears out. Step or jump lightly to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Mountain pose, rise up, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. One more, Sane. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. It's all an offering, halfway up. Hands to the earth, step or jump back and lower, halfway or all the way down. Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Couple more breaths. One more breath here. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump to the top. Halfway up, inhale. Fold over your legs, exhale. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit your hips low. Press your shin bones forward. Arms can reach up or hands together at your heart center. Good work. So fun to see you. Thanks for doing the work. Thanks for taking care of yourself. We need you. One more breath here. All the way up to stand, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step or jump back and lower, halfway or all the way. Cobra or up dog. Keep your legs strong and your core engaged. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Turn your back foot down. Warrior 1. Inhale, arms reach up. You can always spin your back heel up if that's a better Warrior 1 variation in your body. Pressing the outer edge of your back foot into the mat if it's down. Lengthening your tailbone down. And lifting up through your spine. Opening across the chest and your upper back. It's a heart opener. It's a heart opener. Hands to your heart and to the earth. Step back, down dog or vinyasa. Downward facing dog, left foot forward. Back foot turns down, Warrior 1. Knee over the ankle in the front. And guiding your hips to point toward the front of the mat without forcing. So mine are actually more at an angle here than directly forward. But over time, practice and opening, maybe that's where they eventually end up. Hands to your heart and to the earth, down dog or vinyasa. Downward facing dog, take a couple breaths. Keep your legs strong. And your spine long. Spine long, so maybe the knees need to bend. Look forward, bend your knees more. Empty out the breath, step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. All the way up to stand, mountain pose. Exhale, fold over your legs. Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Lower. Inhale, Cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, back foot down. Inhale, Warrior 1. Feel your feet on the earth. Exhale, hands to the earth. Down dog or vinyasa. Mix it up, maybe throw in a cobra. Down dog, left foot forward. Back foot down, Warrior 1. Hands to the earth. Down dog or vinyasa. Taking great care and consideration all the way through. You're worth it. Downward facing dog, a couple breaths. Sacred, moving, treating your body, your being with such care and tenderness, honoring your sacredness. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump to the top. Halfway up, inhale, exhale, fold. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Mountain pose. One more round. Exhale, fold over your legs. Halfway up. Crow pose this time. If you want it, on your way back, knees to your upper arm bones. Bend your elbows, shift your weight forward. Heels up towards your butt. Squeeze your inner edges of the feet together and breathe. 2 more. Heels up. Use your hamstrings there. 1 more breath. Chaturanga if you're in crow. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward, back foot down. Warrior 1. Hands to the earth. Down dog or vinyasa. Left foot forward, back foot down. Warrior 1, inhale. Hands to the earth. Down dog or vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Take a few breaths there. Take a few breaths. Good work. Plank as you inhale. Side plank, right hand is your base. Yeah, knee variation. You can lower a knee or a forearm. Side plank. Lift your top leg. And see today if this works for you. Place your foot, it's your left one, in front of you. So your toes will point toward the long left edge of your mat. And your knee points up. Let your foot land on the earth. Like this. And lift your hips up. It's a good one for the hips. I feel it there. And lift your left foot up, back to side plank. You gotta use your core to get there. Hand down, down dog or vinyasa. Know what you're doing when you're doing it. Is it working for you? You can always change it. Plank, inhale. You can always change something. Side plank, left hand is your base. Right foot can lift, maybe place it in front of you and lift your hips up. Feel something in there, feel something happening in there. Send your breath in and your loving awareness in. Back to side plank. Lower your hand down. Plank pose, down dog or vinyasa. Downward facing dog, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to your nose. Step forward between your hands. Lower your back knee down. Hands to your front thigh, lift your chest up. Press your feet down, keep your legs strong. The tailbone lengthens down, arms go up. Hands together at your heart. Twist to your right, elbow outside of your thigh. And press them into each other, strong without forcing. Strong without forcing. Tuck your back toes and lift your back knee up if you'd like. And any variation with your arms. You got about 5 breaths here. You can play with it. Sacrum lifting up. Twisting, wringing something out. One more breath. Look down, lower your hands down. Downward facing dog, right leg up and back. Open your hip, bend your knee. Circle it, straighten it, kick it, flex it, bend it. You can do anything with it. Straighten your legs, square your hips. Right knee into your nose. Same leg, right knee is into your nose. Squeeze it in, breathe, breathe, breathe. Step forward, Turn your back foot down, warrior one. Warrior one. Arms around behind your back, interlace your fingers or hands on your hips. Hug your shoulder blades in towards your spine. Lift your heart up. Take a breath there. Your one fist can reach back towards your back heel. As you exhale, humble warrior, bow forward. Bowing humbly forward with a strong core and an open heart. Can you keep that sensation present in you? Strong core, connected to your center, open in your heart. Strong in your center, open in your heart. One more breath. Release your hands down to the earth. Turn your back heel up. Warrior three with your hands down. Walk your hands a little bit forward and left leg lifts up. As flat as you can on your lower back. Right hand on your hip. Breathe in and twist open to your right as you breathe out. Maybe your right arm reaches up. Revolved half moon. Hips lifting. You're breathing. Sometimes falling and coming back in. One more. Lower your hand down. Left foot to the very back of the mat. Downward facing dog, right leg up. Walk your hands to your left foot, back of the mat. Right leg is up. Hands are at the back. Open your hip, bend your knee. And maybe lift your left hand off the mat. Reach back, take hold of your right foot. I like to look straight down. Hips are still opening to your right. One more breath there. Release your foot, straighten your leg, square your hips, right leg behind your left, the back of the mat. Fold over your legs, all the way at the back. Find your best stretch there. Hands can walk right or left. Be in this one, be in this pose. Hands to center. Bend your knees, eagle. Eagle legs first. Hands can come to your hips, lift your chest up. Arms reach out in front of you. Left arm underneath the right. Strong, steady, but and no buts. Put in an and there, Kristen. And noticing the subtle movements of balance, the dance, the shifts. The little shifts that are always happening. One more breath. Up to stand, bring your left knee up, arms reach up. Hands together at your heart center and tip forward. Standing splits all the way down, hands to the mat, left leg reaches high. Walk your hands forward, down dog, left leg is up. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Couple breaths there. Left knee into your nose, squeeze it up. Step forward as you breathe out. Back knee down, hands to your front thigh, lift your chest up. Call yourself back to your practice. You deserve it. You deserve this. Reach your arms up. Hands together at your heart center. You are worthy of the benefits that yoga offers. Twist your left elbow outside of your thigh. Back toes can tuck. Lift your knee up if you'd like. Long spine, keep opening, spinning the heart open. Strong without forcing it. Always more room to open. Even more, even more. Last breath. Look down, lower your hands down, downward facing dog, left leg up and back. Open your hip, bend your knee, couple breaths. Move things around. Straighten your leg, square your hips, left knee to your nose. Squeeze it in. Step forward, back foot down, warrior one. Arms around behind your back. Interlace your fingers the other way. Inhale, lift your heart. Couple breaths there. On your next exhale, humble warrior, bow the inside of your left knee. Strong back leg, your legs are so strong. Steady and smooth rhythmic quality to your breath helps so much. It is medicine. Last two. Outer left hip draws back. One more breath. Woo, shaking legs. Hands to the earth. Back heel spins up. Warrior three. Right leg lifts up. Revolved half moon, left hand on your left hip. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to your left. Opening. Keep opening. Keep opening. Left hand down, right foot to the very back, down dog. Left leg goes up and back. Walk your hands back. All the way back. And once you get there, bend your left knee and open your hip. Keep your right hip high too. The left one just lifts higher, and maybe find your left foot with your right hand. I like to look down. Helps so much with my balance to steady my gaze on one thing. Knee high, knee high. Reach it up. Release your foot, lower your hand down. Straighten your legs, square your hips. Left leg behind your right. Feet are still at the back of the mat. Fold over your legs. And find your best stretch in there. Let something open. Eagle legs. Eagle legs. Knees bend, inner thighs hug together. Hands to your hips, lift your chest up. Add in your arms when you're ready. Right arm goes underneath the left. Strong and soft. Is there something that can soften? Not hold on so tight. Is there something that can soften? Let your shoulder blades spread apart on your back. This is also a heart opener. The back of the heart opens in eagle. We spread our wings all the way up to stand. Right knee up, reach your arms up. Hands to your heart. Tip forward, standing splits. Hands to the mat, right leg goes high. Walk your hands forward, downward facing dog. Right leg is lifted. Right knee to your nose. Step forward between your hands, back foot down. Warrior two. Feet first. Foundation first in the pose. Get them situated, not rigid. Arms reach up. When you're ready. Breath flowing in and out. You got one more there. Right palm up, reverse warrior. Just a few breaths. Let the right side open. Keep the knee over the ankle. Back to warrior two, extended side angle. Hand to the earth or forearm on your thigh, right hip underneath the left. Maybe left arm up or out of diagonal. Keep the sides of your waist long. Sometimes these left ribs like to pop up. Can you get longer on the right side so that doesn't happen? Last breath here. Press into your feet. Back to warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Turn your toes to face the long left edge of your mat. Arms around behind your back. You can hold wrists or forearms or interlace your fingers. Inhale, lift your heart. Let the front of the shoulders open. Engage your quadriceps. Exhale, fold forward between your legs. Feet are wide. Torso's folding in between your legs. In between your strong legs, let the muscles hug the bones. Heart is opening, all sides of it. Release your hands down to the earth. Walk your hands to your right foot. It's at the front. Right toes face the front of the mat, warrior two. As you breathe in, hold as you breathe out. Inhale, extended side angle, exhale. Forearm on the thigh or hand all the way down to the mat, you choose. Maybe left arm at a diagonal. Get strong around your waist, hug into your center line, and maybe your right arm parallels the left. Right hip underneath the left and your heart spinning up. You got two more breaths there. Open heart right in the middle of the fire. One more breath. Lower your right hand down, back to extended side angle. Warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Back foot, heel toes in a couple inches. Trikonasana, triangle pose, reach forward. Way out, right hand down. Right side as long as your left side. Same thing can happen in this pose where the left ribs pop up. Hug them back down. Reach your right armpit away from the right hip crease. Maybe left arm at a diagonal. Maybe right arm parallels the left. I have to come up a little bit out of the pose so that I'm strong in my center and in integrity in the pose. One more. Woo. Strong legs, rise all the way up, reach your arms up. Warrior two, bend your right knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the earth, either side of your front foot. Good work. Step back, down dog or vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Plank as you inhale. Lift your right leg. So in plank, right leg is lifted. Bring your right knee to your right wrist. Really close to the earth, but not touching the earth. Your right foot is lifted. Right knee over to your left wrist. Not touching the earth. And then back to your right wrist. Extend your leg back, lower your foot. Vinyasa, or stay in plank. Downward facing dog. Plank, inhale. Same on the other side. Left leg lifts in plank. Heart is open. Knee to your left wrist. Knee over to the right wrist. To your left. Leg back. Lower your foot. Lower all the way down to the earth. Everyone lower. Arms alongside your body or interlace Your fingers behind your back, Shalabhasana. Press your hips down and lift up. Lift your chest up. Lift your legs up. Lift the back of your head up. One more breath. Lower all the way down. Hands under your shoulders. Here we go. Tuck your toes. Press up to plank and back to downward facing dog. Inhale. Big breath in and wash it all the way out. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Step forward. Back foot down, warrior two. Yes. Warrior two. Left foot is forward. Couple breaths this first one. What do you feel in there and how can you tend to it? Invite all parts of your being into the practice. All parts of you welcome. Left palm up, reverse warrior. One more full breath. Press your front heel down, straight down. Warrior two, extended side angle. Forearm on your thigh or a hand down. Maybe you got a block to put it on. Find the best way to shape the pose today. And then we do our best to be in it, to be in this moment. Connected to our core and open in the heart, right in this moment. One more breath. Warrior two, rise up. Straighten your left leg, turn your toes to face the long right edge of your mat. Hands to your hips this time. Elbows point straight back, strong behind your heart. Inhale. Lift your heart up. Exhale, fold between your legs. Keep your hands on your hips if you can for a couple breaths. And keep working the shoulders, the shoulder blades in toward the spine. And opening across the front of the heart. And as you do that, your head gets to hang heavy, releasing it to gravity. One more breath. Release your hands down to the mat. Soften your knees, step or jump your feet together. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Fold over your legs, exhale. Hands can stay on the mat. Weight goes into your left foot. Lift your right leg straight out to the right. So it's parallel with the long edge of your mat. And it may, at least in my body, it feels super challenging to my outer hip muscles. Like the glute med and piriformis and those that layer in on the outside of the hip. Woo! One more breath. Lower your foot down. Bend one knee then the other. Shake out your arms. Hands lower down. Same thing on the other side. Right foot down, left leg straight out. And up as high as you can, still maintaining a steady breath. Keep your right hip high too. Lift it as high as you can. One more. So good for the hips. Lower your foot down, fold over your legs. Hands on the mat, step or jump your feet wide. Turn your toes out into goddess. Bend your knees. Stack your knees right over your hips. Hands can stay down or bring your hands to your ankles. And your forearms to your inner calves. Sit your hips low and encourage length through your inner thighs. Keep breathing and softening anything that becomes rigid or unnecessary tension. Breathe it out. You can even move a little bit within it if that's helpful. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Hands to the earth. Straighten your legs. Walk your hands to your left foot. Left toes face the front of the mat. Warrior 2 as you inhale. Whew, legs are tired. This is going to be good. Breathe out and in. Extended side angle as you breathe out. Right arm can go at a diagonal. Steady and strong foundation, and then maybe add on. Left arm parallels the right. Spin your chest up, heart up, heart up. Press your back foot away from you. 1 more breath. Thank you for doing this with me. Back to extended side angle. And up to warrior 2. Straighten your left leg. Triangle pose. That feels good. Straighten the leg. Reach forward, out, and down. Left hand on your shin. Maybe a soft bend in your left knee, ensuring that it's not hyperextending. And right arm can go up over your head. Maybe left arm with it, just a couple. Wrap your ribs in. 1 more. So strong all the way up. Warrior 2. Yeah. Reverse warrior. Hands to the earth. Down dog or vinyasa. Move it through. Flow, flow, flow. Water. Moving like water. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to your right shoulder. Step outside of your hand, back knee down. Right hand on your thigh, twist open. Take some time, as much as you need, shaping the pose. You can keep your back foot down. Maybe don't twist today. Consider lifting your back foot. Where do you want to go in this shape? How can you shape it to serve your highest self? You are worthy of receiving that, receiving the benefits the practice wants to offer. Last breath here. Release your foot, lower your hand down. Downward facing dog, right leg up and back. Open your hip, bend your knee. Flip your dog if you'd like. Right foot lands behind you. I like to keep my left leg straight. Hips press up. Ribs lift up. Heart opens. Still connected in your core. Back around to downward facing dog as you exhale. Vinyasa, if you choose to use your energy in that way. Downward dog, almost there. Left leg lifts. Knee to your left shoulder. Step outside of your hand, back knee down. Different side, different life experiences on the path. So you can do something different here. The body's asking for it. Maybe your foot lifts. So
So kind and compassionate and nurturing and caring for yourself. In service of our highest, and when we do that, all benefit, may all benefit. Release your foot down, hands to the earth. Downward facing dog, left leg up and back. Open your hip, bend your knee. Flip your dog around, foot can land, hips lift up. Strong muscles on the backs of the legs, glutes, hamstrings, you need those for heart openers. Down dog, flip it back around. Lower all the way to the earth, all the way down. Bend your knees, reach back, take hold of your feet or your ankles. Dhanurasana, bow pulling pose. Press your hips into the earth and lift. Lift up. With just the right amount of effort. Offer it what you can afford to offer. If we offer the pose too much, it's depleting. Release down, arms alongside you, one ear on the mat. Another breath there. Chin to the earth, hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes, press up to plank, forearm plank. Forearms lower down. So happy to be here. Thank you for coming to yoga today. Just one more breath in forearm plank. Walk your feet closer in to your elbows, dolphin pose. Big heart opener. Right leg can lift if you'd like. Press your forearms down into the earth. You can be parallel or maybe your hands are interlaced. Yeah, I see you. You can start to lift up. Consider taking a little lift off of your left foot, reaching up so much through your right. Press your forearms down. Strong legs, strong core. Glutes are engaged to open the heart. Can lower that leg and lift the other. One more breath. Lower both feet to the earth, child's pose. Hips back onto your heels, arms alongside you. And breathe. If it feels okay in your body, rest the very center of your forehead on the mat. A little gentle pressure. Right between the eyebrows. Reach your arms out in front of you. Downward facing dog. One more back bend, okay? One more big effort. And then we'll wind it down. Look forward, bend your knees. Come to a seat between your hands and roll all the way down onto your back. Bridge or wheel. About 5 breaths there. Set your feet up. Hip distance apart, pressing down into the mat. Take a breath in. You can come to the crown of your head if you're going to wheel. Exhale, breath, lift your hips up. Upper arms can wiggle in toward each other. Heart towards your chin. And length and freedom in your neck. And you can shift and pivot and make little changes right inside of it. One more breath. Lower all the way down. Roll your spine. Great care. How you leave it, how you move out of it. Just as important, deserving of attention is how we are when we're in it. Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles together, one hand on your heart. One hand on your belly. Can you feel your heart beating, your breath flowing? Hands come behind your head. Feet can stay down on the mat or hover your feet above the earth in Baddha Konasana. On your exhale, lift your head and your shoulder blades up. And gently press your low back down into the earth so your hips lift up a little bit. And then lower your head and shoulders. And exhale, head and shoulder blades lift up, lift your hips up. Inhale, lower everything. And do that again. Exhale, head and shoulder blades up, feet up. Hips up. Inhale, lower head and shoulders only. Exhale, head and shoulder blades up. Lift your hips up. And lower your head and shoulders. Bring your knees together. Stack them over your hips. Head and shoulder blades lift up as you breathe out. Inhale. Slow as you can. Twist to your right. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to your left. Right leg can go out long if you want. Up a little higher on the left shoulder blade. Center, inhale. 2 more to each side. Slow and steady and rhythmic and fluid. Heart is still open as you're strengthening your core. 1 more to each side. About 1 more to the left. And to center, head down, knees into your chest. Make a few circles in both directions with your knees. Happy baby, take hold of your feet or your ankles. Open your knees wide. Keep your head resting on the mat. Keep happy baby on the right. Lower your left foot down to the earth. Right ankle on your left thigh, figure 4. Right thigh spins out to the right, hug your left knee in towards your chest. Just a few breaths there. Exploring sensation, the thoughts and the feelings and everything that's going on. Can you meet yourself with kindness still, again and again? Lower your left foot down, walk your left foot to the left, and allow your knees to fall to the right. If it feels like too much, you can slide your foot off of your thigh. Nice opener in the front of the left hip, and up through the left side of your waist. Slide your foot off of your knee, bring your knees back up to center and back to happy baby. Just as transition, a breath and happy baby. Lower your right foot down, figure 4, ankle on your thigh. Right knee can come closer in. Right foot down, walk it toward the right edge of your mat, knees fall to the left. Nourish yourself with your breath, guide it in there. May we remember to check in often with how we're feeling, what we may need. Support our being in this moment. We can always shift, pivot, subtle change. Even if it's our thought, our perspective, at any time can change. Knees back up. Knees into your chest. And make your way to Shavasana. Any other pose you need can stop there along the way to resting. Just a couple minutes in resting. Best as you can, let your muscles soften and your bones sink to the earth. Best as you can.